impacting the first night of All-Star Weekend festivities downtown.
As police focus on making the weekend as safe as possible, iTV8's Cody Fisher monitoring road conditions right now in the mobile news tracker and finding out what police are doing to make this weekend safe. Cody.
Guys, first I want to start with the road conditions. Since 2 p.m., IMPD has gotten reports of 50-plus accidents on the roads of Indianapolis, and they are blaming slick road conditions, and that's exactly what we've been experiencing in the past 20 minutes or so. Just take a look at the road in front of us here. We're about at Capitol and Maryland, and right now, as you see, there's a lot of heavy traffic, but the roads are very slick. As we've been driving around downtown, we ourselves have been sliding as we come to a stop, and we're not going very fast at all, a max maybe 15 miles an hour. So definitely road conditions are impacting travel, even downtown where the snow right now is not exceptionally heavy. But one of the reasons why we wanted to come downtown is because of the disruption that is happening to travel around the downtown area because of the NBA All-Star Weekend. IMPD is estimating that tens of thousands of people will be coming downtown to enjoy the All-Star Weekend, both inside and outside of Gainbridge Fieldhouse. And they say that they're going to be having extra officers working to make sure that the events this weekend are safe and go off without a hitch. Some IMPD officers will be working traffic posts, including escorting NBA All-Star team buses to and from Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Other officers will be keeping a close eye on what's happening downtown.
We have aviation officers assigned to our real-time crime center that are monitoring cameras, which gives a view of what's going on and an ability for officers to respond more quickly.
Earlier this week, 22 people were injured and one person was killed during a mass shooting after the Super Bowl parade for the Kansas City Chiefs, an event IMPD is trying to prevent from happening this weekend.
It's on our minds all the time. Certainly more alert to it during large events like this.
To prevent it, IMPD is leaning on resources from other agencies.
An important part of our planning is cooperation with our state and federal partners. We're monitoring any potential threats to the events of All-Star Weekend.
Outside of preventing a mass shooting, IMPD will also be cracking down on illegal parties that could spark violence.
We're going to have teams dedicated to monitoring events at short-term rentals or at pop-up bars, if you will.
While taking this weekend seriously, IMPD says events like this are fun for officers.
We're here for public safety, but we're also here to help ensure that everybody has a good time.
Now, with the help from state and federal agencies, IMPD says that it has not identified any threats to any of the events for NBA All-Star Weekend, but they're going to be keeping a close eye on any potential threats to make sure that everything is safe. Now, in the meantime, we're going to be continuing to drive around downtown and surrounding area to check on these road conditions as the snow continues to fall. Reporting in the mobile news tracker, Cody Fisher, Wish TV, ITV8.
All right, be safe out there. Cody, thank you. Neither rain nor snow is enough to stop basketball fans from converging on the Indiana Convention Center.
That's right. NBA Crossover opened just a couple of hours ago, and that is where we find News 8's Adam Pinsker joining us live right now. My man, how are you enjoying it so far?
Takari, probably not as much as these kids and adults behind me on this basketball court inside the Indiana Convention Center. They've been at it all afternoon. In fact, this place was packed when the doors opened at 3 o'clock. And you don't have to be a really big NBA fan to enjoy what Crossover has to offer. And there's plenty of that, including chances to work on your jump shot or dribbling skills, lots of arcade games, merchandise, both vintage and current merchandise, and a DJ to keep you really entertained. Also the replica Larry O'Brien trophy, that's the NBA championship trophy. And you can even drive some virtual race cars to show off Indy's racing heritage.
I think this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I thought that I would never come to an All-Star game, and I guess I'm here now.
And all weekend long, there'll be players here giving autographs. Miles Turner was here earlier. Obi Toppin's here right now. There's a whole list of current NBA and former NBA players that are giving out autographs. Admission to Crossover, which runs until 9 o'clock tonight, is $20 for kids and $30 for adults. That does not include admission to the many concerts taking place this weekend, including T-Pain, who we heard doing a sound check earlier. T-Pain, definitely one of my favorite rappers that's going to be here this weekend. I'm live at the Convention Center. Adam Pinsker, Wish TV, WishTV.com, and follow us on Facebook for updates.
All right, Adam, thank you very much. Well, today was Junior NBA Day at the Indiana Convention Center as well. It's one of the many fan experiences for All-Star Weekend. Area students participated in basketball clinics hosted by current and former NBA players, coaches, and other basketball personalities. Tristan Jass was one of those coaches. The YouTuber has amassed a following of over 1 million people, 5 million people, making trick shots and other basketball-related videos. He will be playing at tonight's celebrity game at Lucas Oil Stadium. Jass says it was an honor to get to teach the next generation of people that he knows that love the sport as well.
It's just great to get out here and, put in some work with the kids, put them through some drills, teach them some fundamentals of the game of basketball. And it's just an overall great time.
In total, 2,000 students from across central Indiana took part in Junior NBA Day. The league's youth initiative will be hosting other clinics for girls and kids with disabilities and for students to learn about careers in basketball and sports throughout the weekend. Well, the NBA hosted another camp today for All-Star Weekend. The 8th annual Basketball Without Borders Global Camp was held at the Mojo Up Sports Complex up in Noblesville. The camp brought together 40 of the top high school age prospects from Africa, the Americas, Asia, and Europe. They got to participate in multiple basketball tests under the guidance of former NBA and WNBA players, including former Pacer Detlef Schrempf.
The exposure these kids get from all over the world to be exposed to NBA-style basketball, to the training, to the coaching, to discipline. I think it's a great experience, but also it shows that basketball is a global sport.
Good to see him. All campers will attend the 73rd NBA All-Star Game at Gainbridge Fieldhouse on Sunday.
NBA players will not be the only ones on the court this weekend. Happening tomorrow, the HBCU Classic tips off at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Celebrations for that game kicked off with a pep rally downtown at Crane Bay. Game is being held between Winston-Salem State and Virginia Union. And we got a sneak peek of the gear on Daybreak this morning.
Yep, and then on the back it has Indianapolis and the year of where they are. So this is an amazing opportunity for the young kids at these schools that are playing on NBA floors, right? So this is an amazing moment for them this weekend.
Well, tomorrow's game kicks off at 2 p.m. If you want some tickets and information about how to get them or to the game, you see a list of full weekend events. You scan the QR code on the bottom of your screen there. That'll take you to the As Seen On section of our website, wishtv.com. Basketball and art are taking over downtown Indianapolis this weekend. Visitors to the Arts Garden at Circle Center will see it transformed into a destination to melt for. Butter Arts Fair has taken over for a weekend launched the Creative Summit. Patrons will see pieces from nearly 30 artists from Indiana and around the world. Attendees will have the opportunity to engage in conversations with trailblazing creatives within industries spanning film, fashion, music, food, art, and more. Creative Summit is free and open to the public.
Well, Tyrese Halliburton teamed up with Nike to make a surprise appearance today at one of Indiana's most iconic high schools. The first time All-Star started visiting Crispus Attucks boys basketball team. Yesterday, he surprised them with brand new shoes and gear. Halliburton says that being able to give back to his school with such deep roots in the game of basketball is what being an All-Star is all about.
Wanda Durant, NBA superstar Kevin Durant's mom, is participating in 3 events during the All-Star Weekend. She says to help enrich lives all around the city. Today, her organization, Our Mothers Incorporated, partnered with Foot Locker to give 400 pairs of shoes to students at Anna Brockhausen Elementary School. There was also a panel discussion and community activities offering opportunities to promote overall wellness.
It's also about letting the community know that we care as mothers of professional basketball players. It's not just about the game and the hoopla around the game, but it's also about us as a family showing the gratitude that our sons have for them being fans and to support the community. So that's what it's all about for us.
MVP Mrs. Durant says each kid also got a $150 gift card to Foot Locker.
Well, if you're worried about getting around to all of these places that we just mentioned, don't worry. We made it really easy for you, and there are bus rides and also free rides all NBA All-Star Weekend. The free routes started with last night's tip-off celebration. It's part of the partnership between Indigo and the NBA. All routes are included, whether they are linked to basketball events or not. Some routes will run more often than others. They will also run in and out of downtown's transit center.
The NBA today honored Wish TV's Business Equity and Opportunity Show. The show was awarded the 2024 All-Star Minority Business Opportunity Weekend Game Changer Award. The award does recognize dedication and commitment to advancing black businesses in Indianapolis. Business Equity and Opportunities. If you haven't seen it, you might want to catch it. It airs every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. right here on Wish TV.
And as basketball takes over downtown, we've made it easy for you to get around. Just grab your phone and scan the QR code on your screen. That will take you to wishtv.com. You can find out all of the information about road closures and, like we said, those events right there at wishtv.com.